There has been a number of missions to the planet Mars in the past few decades, and one of the questions that we seek to answer is there life on Mars? So far, the missions to Mars have not detected any life on the surface of the Mars, so by now we can pretty much say that there is no life on the surface of the Mars. Then another question that comes up is there life beneath the surface of the Mars? There has been some evidence that Mars was once a planet with a lot of liquid water and possibly had life, and due to the changes in the environment and loss of atmosphere, liquid water and any living organisms that may have existed all got wiped out of the surface. Now, the possibility of finding microscopic or other forms of living organisms beneath the surface of the Mars is exciting, and nobody knows the absolute facts, but I'm going to present an argument as to why that is unlikely. If we look at the life as we know it on Earth, one of the properties of living organisms is evolution and adaptation. Life has spread to pretty much all over the world, including very hazardous places such as volcanic vents in the ocean floors and even high up in the atmosphere. Life on Earth has demonstrated many sophisticated methods to adapt to new conditions. While the conditions on the surface of the Mars are still harsh compared to most places on Earth, it is still relatively mild compared to other planets in our solar system, and the conditions in Mars are closest to Earth. So if there was any life remaining on Mars, the same properties of life to evolve and adapt could have formed life that can survive on the surface of the Mars today. There is sunlight for energy, there is trace amount of oxygen, water vapor, carbon dioxide in the Mars atmosphere. There is still enough ingredients for a relatively small plant life or microscopic organisms to survive there. Now, the solar radiation is very high on the Mars due to thin atmosphere, but again, we do know there are organisms on Earth's atmosphere that have evolved to survive in high radiation. And then there are various other extremophiles that have evolved to survive extreme hot and cold temperatures and harsh conditions here on Earth. So the fact that there is no sign of life on the surface of the Mars today, that also makes it unlikely that there is any life remaining under the surface of the Mars.